Welcome to the Next Level Sports Lounge. It's your boy Lord. And today we're going to sit here and have a little conversation about this Michael Parsons contract. And we're going to kind of break down on what Jerry Jones had to say, you know what I'm saying? Let's get right to it because, yeah, to me it's a lot.
Trading Michael Parsons.
Well, let's put it like this. Surely you guys have been around this stuff and know to recognize negotiation talk, that type of thing, and so that's where I put that.
So are you considering it?
I'm not. The facts are that that's like anything else. I think the world of Micah and
Before I go any further, first of all, let's get it understood. He started talking about negotiation talks. You can't have negotiation talks without the agent. That's first and foremost. You cannot have negotiation talks without the agent, and that's what he tried to do. Like Jerry Jones he want kudos on everything. He want all the accolades, everything. Yeah, he talked about giving Michael Parsons this historic ass contract, but he want the accolades for it. So he want to go through Michael Parsons and not go through the agent. It does not work like that, Jerry. They hire agents for a reason. Them agents also, they got a job. So they negotiate the contracts. You talk to him about the contract. They look over it, negotiate, they get paid for it. This is not a Lamar Jackson where he don't have an agent or his mom his agent or however way. Michael Parsons hired an agent. He wanted you to talk to his agent. Present what you presented to him, present it to his agent. And this deal could have been done. Let's go.
that's just part of negotiation.
Would you ever consider trading Michael?
Again, I don't really place that with any real seriousness. Micah's got a bad back. That's like.
So now he trying to be funny. Everybody knows why Michael said he got a bad back. He's waiting on that contract. That's the reason. He's waiting on that contract. So he's trying to be funny right now. All this to me, so far, and from what I've seen, this is something that looks like a publicity stunt. Like, Jerry Jones wants to be in the news. He wants to be in the news. He has to be the center of attention. Like, bro, you too old for this now. You're too old for this. You knew you was going to sign Michael Parsons 3 years ago. Mind you, Michael Parsons said 3 years ago he came to Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and tried to do the contract. He said this. At the Super Bowl. It's so many opportunities where Michael Parsons came to him himself and tried to get this contract done. And yet, it still ain't done. Let's go further.
Being traded.
Did the request take you by surprise?
Your way it's the same.
He ain't gonna trade him.
Did the request take you by surprise?
Again, that's negotiation. I've heard that so many times in my 30 years in the NFL about from not just players but agents, and of course we all understand contracts. We're under contract. That's what we're doing. We're looking at adjusting the contract, but we're under contract and we're in camp, and that's the way the rules are set up. But that is old stuff, 30 years of old stuff. Some of these issues we're hearing about.
So for those who knows about Greek mythology, when it comes to Zeus, Zeus is the higher god above all the rest of them. Prometheus, Athena, like Hercules, like above all the rest of them. And that's what he puts out, like it's though there's no other god better than him in Greek mythology. I'm just speaking about Greek mythology right now. So Jerry Jones, like, I shouldn't have to go through your agent. I'm giving you the historic contract. This historical contract, I'm finna go through you. And that's how he looking at shit. And that's how he trying to move forward with that past shit, Jerry. It's not working in this day and age. Stop. Stop. And you piss off your fans is like you don't give a fuck about it. And it's all about marketing to you. You want all the attention. You want to be sitting at attention like a little... like, stop. Please stop. Let's go.
Rating, hurt backs, all that kind of stuff.
When do you start negotiations with his people, Jerry?
Again, I've started negotiations in March.
You started negotiations. With who? With Michael? It don't work like that, bro. You got to go through his agent. You can't start negotiations with Michael. You got to go through his agent. That's where you fucking up at, bro. And that's the whole situation when it comes to this negotiation shit, this contract shit. That's why all the fans are pissed off about this. He just going too far with it. He's just going too far with it. Let's keep going.
What was with his agent?
I said I started negotiation in March, and I've negotiated double handfuls
This is where
of
it get
contracts
pissed
just
off.
like I
Don't
did
nobody
in
give a
March.
damn about him
He
getting
thought it
pissed
was-
off.
Again, are you asking me?
Yeah.
I started that in March. I visited with him in negotiation.
My question is, he thought the meeting was about leadership, not about his contract.
It's my answer. It's my answer. I was negotiating in March.
Are you surprised it's gotten to this point?
Not really. Not really at all. This is just negotiation.
Is there really...
Again, I sat with him at the Big 12 Conference Championships, sat with him at Super Bowl, so Mike is easy for me to talk to, and we've had good talks, and we had a good talk regarding negotiation of the contract, the way I have many...
Him and Michael Parsons had a good talk. Him and fucking Michael Parsons had a good talk. Where was his agent? Where was his agent? That's the thing. That's the whole key to this situation. Where was his agent? You disrespected his agent, and you still haven't reached out to his agent. That's the key in this whole situation. This process cannot move forward without you calling, reaching out to his agent. That's the whole thing, Jerry. That's the whole thing. But you still, your head is so goddamn big, it's ridiculous. And that's why you got rid of Jimmy Johnson. Like, you want all the kudos. It don't, just because you give somebody a historical contract, don't mean you can't move like that, Jerry. That ain't how life rolls. That ain't how the world rolls. That ain't how situation. You can't move like that, Jerry. But Jerry thinks he know it. First of all, he needs to make Will McClay the GM. Will McClay needs to be the GM, not Stephen Jones. Will McClay needs to be the GM. Because these two idiots don't know what the hell they doing. They still trying to move like they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 6 years ago. It doesn't work like that anymore. Ain't nobody going for that shit. And even though they might have a little leverage in this situation because they can franchise Michael for 2 years. If he don't play at least 6 games, then this year don't even count. So he'll be here for another year. So that's actually 3 years that he really has to play unless he signs a contract. But at the same time, Michael Parsons, he's standing on them toes. He coming at Jerry like ain't nobody else done it. I'm 45 years old. I've never seen especially when it comes to the Cowboys, a star player request a trade from the Cowboys until now. Let's go.
Many players. And I don't need to remind you, we've had some great players around here that wanted to renegotiate their contract. We didn't. Put it off to another year. And so that's where I am on it. But it's any of the stuff that you hear in the process of a negotiation, you can imagine I should take that for whatever.
Do you expect him to be on the field week 1?
Again, I don't want to talk about my expectations. Now, that is speculating, but I can speak to anything that's happened up until now, and that has no sensitivity to
Is
me.
it good to see him still at practice, though, even though he made that demand, but he's still out here?
Well, I wish the back would get better.
He was the back would be better.
Jokes in the back
So the back is
situation.
not.
Everybody knows he's doing the fucking
Again, I
whole
just said
deal.
I wish the back would get better, so we could
The back is
not
just
have
the
a hurt
excuse for
back.
him not to
Talk
practice
about,
because
talk
of what
about
he's
30
doing.
years of these
He
types
knows
of
it.
scenarios. Is there really
Like
nothing
Jerry Jones
different
think
about
he
this
has
one from
all
the
the
other?
leverage and everything, which
Well,
at this
it's
point
just
in
that
time he
you've seen it,
does. But
so
kudos to Mike.
so often, and you've seen it with other clubs. You go through the process. It's a highly sensitive time. When you're guaranteeing somebody almost $200 million, that's sensitive stuff.
When the season ended, we talked to you about Mike McCarthy.
Did you hear that? So, when it comes to me, with me hearing that, you saying that you've talked to Michael about guaranteeing him almost $200 million. Why not reach out to his agent about it? No, you want Michael to take what you said and take it to his agent. And that's how y'all move forward. It don't operate like that, Jerry. You know you got to reach out to this man's agent. This is the top agent, at least that I know of, in the NFL. This is the top agent. This is the same agent that got Deshaun Watson his contract. You think he playing games with you? This is how you want to do it? Bruh, if you lose Michael, you're going to lose fans. You've already been losing fans. But if you lose Michael off your ego, your pride, you're going to lose a whole lot more with it. That's you and Steven. Both of y'all prideful motherfuckers. It just don't make sense. The way y'all operate. The way y'all move. Why would you want to wait to the last minute to do anybody's contract, especially when they're a star? If it wasn't for these players, you wouldn't be bringing in funds. You wouldn't be bringing in money. You can market all you want to, but if you got a piss post shit ass piece of crap to market, you're not gonna make any money from it, Jerry. Yeah, they're America's team, but if you don't have shit to market, your marketing is null and void. Let's go.
McCarthy and him potentially talking to other teams, and you said you don't want anybody that doesn't want to be here. Micah Parsons says he doesn't want to be here. How is that any different?
No different than a bad back.
Did you decline to negotiate with him last year?
What?
Did you decline to negotiate with him last year, like you said?
With who?
With Micah last year?
With who? Micah?
That's his way of
Did you,
trying to get his
he said
thoughts
you guys
together.
you want to negotiate last year, and you guys.
I know you misheard me. I don't think we
Micah
got into
already said it.
negotiations
That's
last
his way
year.
of trying to get his
Closest thing to last year was March of this year when we had a good negotiation.
He said he wanted to talk before last season. Do you recall anything about that?
Well, again, it could very well be. It's what he wants, and so that could cover a lot of ground.
When he put out the note yesterday saying he'd ask for a trade, did that make you angry?
Not a bit. Not a bit.
It
I
should.
can't tell you how many hundreds of times I've heard that negotiation.
Terry, what do you think of all the fans chanting his name and kind of supporting him and hearing them all screaming out there?
It was just so much louder last year walking off this field with Lamb.
Have you talked with Micah in the last 24 hours?
No.
Do you plan on getting with him at a?
Again, I don't get into what my plans are at all.
Do you think this relationship is salvageable?
It's not.
I think the relationship is what it is.
It's not salvageable. I don't give a damn what he say. They can offer Michael a contract right now, and he can sign. He might sign. But when it comes to his relationship and Jerry Jones' relationship in the front office of the Cowboys, me personally, based off what Michael said in that statement that he put out. 3, it looked like 2 big ass paragraphs, could have been 2 pages. What Michael Parsons said, their relationship would never be like it was. It will never be like it was. He still can play here in Dallas, and it'll be for the team, for the coaching, for his teammates. But him and Jerry Jones, him and Stephen Jones, their relationship would never be the same. Based off how Michael came, what he said, no, it'll never be the same. And he still can sign his contract. He still can play here. But their relationship, no, it'll never be the same.
What it is. Period. Whatever what it is. Well, it's our relationship. I sat with him at the Big 8 to Big 12
Big 8, Big
championship.
12, that's
I
what
sat
y'all
with
did
him at
then.
the Super Bowl.
That's the past, Jerry.
I like Michael.
So for you, nothing's changed.
Times in the past when you've gone through these negotiations, when you have Kevin here, it always usually ends with the player you want and the contract and a good number.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up. It seems like that we forget that it's been less than a year, and I paid the highest been paid in the NFL to Dak, and I paid a big price for Lamb.
Okay,
And
let's stop there. Jerry pisses me off with the bullshit that he let come out his mouth. Yeah, you paid them, but don't you know, to be honest with you, if you hadn't waited so long to pay the star players that you needed to pay, you wouldn't have to pay so much. The contracts wouldn't have been as high as it is. But now CeeDee Lamb got his contract after Justin Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken. But if you had to pay him before then, which made him the second highest paid receiver, like CD deserves all his money. But if you stop waiting so long, you wouldn't have to pay so much. Dak, you had so many opportunities to pay that. When he got the first contract, I ain't talking about the contract he got when we drafted him. The first big contract he got, you could have paid Dak. He wouldn't have got, the contract wouldn't have been so high. The second contract as well, like you wait too long to pay these, like you just sit there and procrastinate, like you just waste time. Like, what is you thinking? Are you that old to where your mentals is not working the correct way? That's why Will McClay needs to be the GM. You and Steven, how y'all move, how y'all operate, y'all gonna have it to where players are not gonna want to come and play for the Cowboys. They're not gonna want to come and play for the Cowboys because how y'all operate is disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. They're not gonna want to come and play for us.
Anybody that says I'm not interested in financially rewarding my players is...
First of all, you interested in financially rewarding the players like the 1-year players that you try to bring in to make a difference, or players that used to be like stars or superstars and they on their last leg and you try to bring them in and you want to pay. Like, Jerry, please stop. Please stop. You so damn theatrical. It's ridiculous. You try to make it seem like you're doing so much when you're not, bruh. You're not. You're not. And us as Cowboy fans, we're sick of it. You're not. Stop acting like you're doing so much. Yeah, you paid CeeDee Lamb. Tony Romo didn't have to. Look, I'm a Tony Romo fan. he ain't have to wait this long for his contract, bruh. He did. He did. Jason Witten didn't have to wait this long for his contract, bruh. He did not. And Deion didn't either, because you know Deion wasn't going to be playing with you, bro. You already know that. Deion wasn't going to be playing with you. But that's just the few that I'm speaking about. Emmitt Smith. The way you did Ezekiel Elliott on that contract, it's the same way it was with Emmitt Smith. But at the same time, I don't understand your purpose behind it, other than you like to be the center of attention. You like to be the center of attention. You want the Cowboys to have all the attention. That shit getting played out, Jerry. That shit is getting played out. Ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit that you talking. Right now, you just yapping. And everybody, including your players, are like, you full of shit.
So I hadn't been looking at the tea leaves, and so there's always negotiation, and the negotiation is to put the best team on the field. And it's many times it's not even a question of deserving. And in today's salary cap, you've got to have either or. You can't have it all. And so all those things go into the so to speak, the equation. And the art of the deal is to get the best players out there for the resources that you have under the cap. And so that's what we're doing. That's what this is all about. But I'm here. I do what I do. I love these guys. Frankly, I could be any place in the world. And I want to be right here. I want to be right here with Camp. I enjoy these players. I enjoy Micah. But as always, in any relationships, there are different moods at different times of your relationship. That's what it is. Don't lose any sleep over.
So just to be
Now, that's
clear,
the one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over.
So if you telling us not to lose any sleep over, that means you already got in your mind that you're going to sign Michael Parsons. Why would we have this lingering on into the off season, into the preseason, until from all season, draft, OTAs, training camp, preseason? We have a whole new coach. You don't even understand the pressure and the scrutiny that you put on your own head coach. He don't even understand. He understand. He just don't give a damn. He just don't give a damn. Jerry Jones don't give a damn about nothing but he's selfish. He's prideful and he's selfish as fuck. Him and Stephen Jones. Everybody knows that Michael Parsons is a star. Michael Parsons can go to any other team and this deal would have been done just like that. Why we got to go back and forth with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones about this damn contract with Michael Parsons? It don't fucking make sense.
clear, you don't feel the relationship has changed at all from the Super Bowl, Big 12.
Again, I know my attitude, and my attitude is the same one I've had.
Your
I think
attitude
the
is
world of
piss
Micah.
po
He's
full
an
of shit.
outstanding player. He can really help us, but he's got to fit in with what's in the best interest of the team, and that's what the negotiation's all about.
When you see frustration from players like C.D. Lamb on social media, even though he was, to your point, going through this exact thing a year ago, there's players on the defensive side as well that are changing their Twitter profile pictures to pictures of Micah in solidarity with him. Are you concerned with the way that you are viewed in the locker room by these players that seem to be frustrated with the way that this is going?
Not in the least. Have you been in our locker room? Surely you have. You've been in there. Have you been out to? Have you been out to the Star and been out there? I don't take a back seat to anybody on how I treat players.
Is this all fun for you?
Any place.
Is this fun for you?
What?
This whole ordeal?
Well, I've chosen to do this for my life, and this is important to me, and to spend the time that I spend doing it, and all of that is important. But it's important to me to get the job done in a way that fits what we need to do as a team. And so if everybody had the ability to take an existing contract and just say, I disregard it, this league would be chaos. And so at some point, you do have to recognize that we're talking about under contract here, which can diminish if somebody makes a new contract. It makes you wonder if they'll honor that contract. Because they're both the same paper.
Hold on. I'm 45 years old. From as long as I can remember, they've always waited to at least the last year of their contract to get a new contract. Jerry, they can break a back, they can break a leg, they can do anything. They want their new contract. This is Michael Parsons' first big contract, and Jerry Jones bullshitting about it. Bullshitting about it. I think Michael Parsons is second within his first 4 or 5 years with the Cowboys. First 5, excuse me, y'all. I see a little net flying around. But behind Reggie White, like, stop it, Jerry. Stop it. Stop it. What you're doing don't even make sense. What you're saying, what's coming out your mouth don't even make no sense whatsoever. It don't. It don't. And you just keep going and going with this. You just keep going and going with this. The analogies that you use, they're funny. They're funny. The analogies that you use concerning Michael Parsons' contract is funny. And then you want, excuse me, y'all. This net is, I got it. It pissed me off. But yeah, let's go, man. Let's just go.
With the same signatures on them. So you have to work through the integrity of the agreement. And we're under contract here. And we've got future. I wouldn't be standing here with you if I didn't think we had potentially had a great future with Mike. It'd be a waste of all of our time. So we're in good shape.
You've been wasting all our time for the longest.
This is negotiation. But make no mistake about it, life has to go on. If something happens to me or anybody else, life does.
He said life has to go on. Right. This facts. Life does have to go on. Life has to go on, regardless to the situation. Whether Michael gets traded, whether Michael gets signed, life has to go on. But are you ready for the scrutiny that you're going to receive for life without Michael? Really? Do you want to be in this same boat as Nico Collins? Do you really? Do you? Ask yourself that, Jerry. Do you really want to be in that boat? Because right now, well, yeah, right now, you getting. They're looking at you as being. We are looking at you as being in that same boat as Nico Collins. Though you ain't did nothing as crazy as Nico. You done some. Jerry Jones has done some messed up stuff when it comes to the players and free agency and drafting and re-signings. He hasn't done what Nico has done for us, trading away the best player, top 2 player in the NBA, top 5 player. I'll put it like that, top 5 player in the NBA. And I'm a LeBron fan. And I will be bringing Lakers content too. But I'm a LeBron fan. And Luka was in my top 5. So when that happened, I was, well, Nico, what the heck? But that's what he did. You want to be in that same boat? I don't think so, because the fans is what's paying you. Even though you get what you're getting from the NFL, from the deals that you get for as the games and all that. Like the fans. These fans are what's making America's team. The fans are. The fans are. Remember that, Jerry. The fans are.
Let's go on. This thing called the NFL, it's not about one person.
You keep bringing
Me included, in a big way.
You make it about you, though.
We have a contract, which to me is kind of disingenuous because CD had a contract, Posey had a contract, and you still gave them new deals or gave them extensions while they were under contract.
Dak had a contract, Lawrence had a contract, and we didn't do the new deal with the contract.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
We've done it
recently,
both ways.
CD and Posey had a contract.
But pretty recently, Dak. And what I'm trying to say is we've done it both ways. The decision, the very definition of coming to an agreement in what's perceived to be your best interest
Bullshit that he got.
is negotiating
Other
over
than his
an
mouth.
existing contract where you have the deal in your hands and both of you have to agree to make an adjustment in that contract going forward. That's the height of needing to get your minds together. When you don't have it, when you don't have a meeting of the minds, you go ahead like Dak did, or you go ahead like Lawrence did, and you play out the contract.
Is the offer you had in March still on the table?
What?
The deal, the offer you had in March, the meeting of the minds, is that still on the table?
Micah took it off.
He took it off, so it's not on the
He
table.
took it off. No, he took it off. I'm just...
He lying. Mike ain't took shit off. He lying. Mike ain't took shit off. Call his agent and talk to his agent. That's all you gotta do, Jerry. That's all you had to do. Ain't nothing hard about it. Y'all, if I'm cussing too much, I apologize, but ain't nothing hard about calling his agent. Simple.
Just saying he took it off. Don't put an answer there, please.
Okay.
He took it off.
And because of that, that's why.
It's very important.
And because of that, that's why you're like, I don't want to negotiate with these people right now.
Well, I know that, I know I grew up when Mama wouldn't let me do something, going
See,
to Daddy,
this
and
analogy.
Daddy let me do it, and going back in saying to Mama, Daddy said I could do
This
it. That
analogy
old Mama
ain't-
Daddy stuff,
It's
we
not
got
even
here
the
doing
same.
that
It's
by
stupid.
nature. So we're not going to do that. Y'all get the analogy?
No,
Do you?
let me just
Okay,
in
we
case, because I
agree,
know I
but
was
let me see
talking.
if I can get my agent that Daddy stuff. We got here doing that by nature. So we're not going to do that. Y'all get the analogy? Do you? Okay,
The minds, is that still on the table?
Micah took it off.
He took it off, so it's not on the
He
table.
took it off. No, he took it off. I'm just saying he took it off. Don't put an answer there, please.
Okay.
He took it off.
And because of that, that's why.
It's very important.
And because of that, that's why you're like, I don't want to negotiate with these people right now.
Well, I know that, I know I grew up when Mama wouldn't let me do something, going to Daddy, and Daddy let me do it, and going back in saying to Mama, Daddy said I could do it. That old Mama Daddy stuff, we got here doing that by nature. So we're not going to do that. Y'all get the analogy?
That's the dumbest
you?
analogy he ever made.
Okay, we agree,
Because
but let me see if I can get my agent in on it. So my point is, that's that Mama.
When it comes to his agent and him, it's two different entities, right? That we're talking about. You talking about you as the owner of a team that Micah is playing for, and you talking about the agent that he hired to communicate with your ass in order to get his deal done. It's two different things. Mama and Daddy are supposed to be one in a household, bringing up a child in the way that that child should go. You don't compare that to your situation with Michael. You sound stupid. Yeah, it sounds stupid. Here it is. You are the owner of a team. All right? If I play for you, you're not my goddamn daddy or my mama. You're my boss. Okay, I've hired somebody to interact and communicate with my boss that you're not reaching out to. So your communication don't have to be with me. It shouldn't be with me because I've hired somebody to communicate with you. Now, I'm married. and I have a child. I have kids. It's me, it's my wife, and then it's my kids. I didn't hire no goddamn mediator to come between me and my wife to communicate with my kids. That's totally different, Jerry Jones. This is a business. Everything operates in a business fashion. So if I work for you and I hire somebody to communicate the funds, the money that's coming to me, who negotiates my contract, you don't communicate with me and think just because you communicated with me, this contract is done. No, you have to communicate to the person that I hired for this, because guess what? I'm paying this person for that reason. So you talk to this person who is in this situation, my agent. You and my agent come together. Y'all talk. He look over my paperwork. He makes sure everything is legit. Bring it to me and I sign it. That's how they go, Jerry Jones.
Mom and daddy deal that's been going on since we all got here.
The key is for you and Micah to have an agreement.
Well, no, the key is that we've got an agreement.
No.
That's
The key ain't that you got an agreement. Have you talked to his agent? Have you talked to his agent? Hell no, you haven't. So what agreement do you have? Because you talked to Michael? Michael got an agent. Dummy. Michael has an agent.
To understand that. We've got an agreement. Now, if we're going to adjust that agreement, then he's a must and I'm a must. Okay? Not the organization, I'm a must in this case. And so I do these very significant ones. And so it's very important that if we're going to change the contract that we've got right now, which this would, then that I agree to what we've changed. That's why it was so good when we sat down together and spent a lot of time going back and forth and adjusting, and we had that exercise together.
If you're a must, then why would you not talk to the agent? Since you're a must in the conversation, why would you yourself not talk to the agent?
Because the agent, when we have a problem within the team and a player, I don't ever find the agent. He's nowhere to be found.
Some of the dumbest crap I've ever heard that owner could let come out of his mouth, because every player has an agent. It's only a certain few that does not have an agent. But majority, 98% of the players have agents. Jerry knows this, but he operates like the other 2% that don't have agents. So he goes to the player. DeMarcus Lawrence said he felt disrespected when it came to his contract. Like, this is the stuff that will make a player not want to come and play for the Cowboys. Why would they want to? If this is what they got to go through in order to get a contract, why would they want to? Why? It doesn't make sense, Jerry. Make it make sense, Jerry. Gosh.
Okay? Jay-Z said that Michael would make all, not Michael, but that Dez would make all meetings. Jay-Z and I negotiated the contract. We spent hours negotiating.
You and Jay-Z. Oh, not you and Dez. You and Jay-Z. You and Key. You and Jay-Z. That's the agency he was with for his agent. So you and Jay-Z. That's what you just said. That's what you allowed to come out your mouth. That's where you messed up at. You and Jay-Z. It wasn't you and Dez Bryant. You said you and Jay-Z. That's what you said.
Negotiating the contract, Jay-Z. And he said, anybody in my organization is on time. So my office used to be on the street corner, and I've always been early. So they will be on time. I said, where did I sign? But I'm going to call you. Finally, he quit taking my call.
But he probably stopped taking your call, but that contract was negotiated through the agent, not through the Dez Bryant. Stop it, bruh. Stop it. Like, you try to play us for fools as fans. You try to play us as like we fools, like we dumb. No, we're not. We're not. Because I'm 45 years old. They have something on the internet called fucking Google, Jerry. We can Google whatever. When it comes to players, we can Google whatever comes to contracts. If we want to know how to negotiate a contract, we can Google it. Even on chat, we can Google it. Jerry, we're not stupid. But stop trying to play us like we're stupid. My gosh.
Michael has different histories as far as
Again, please. I'm just talking about the agent. Don't take that to Micah and Des. Just simply say that when the issues come up, the first one and the one that is there is us and the player. My experience, having been the agent, is not the one that solves the problems you have when you're executing what you said you would do in the contract. So I like to deal directly with the player when it's of this nature.
So in March, did he say we have a deal?
Again, I'm not going to get into the details of it. I'm not getting into the details.
Because he ain't say that.
I think I was asked the question, have we negotiated? Have we negotiated directly?
He ain't say that. Call my agent. Okay. That look like a nice deal. Okay, I'm feeling that deal. Call my agent. Send that deal to my agent. That's all you got to do, Jerry.
And that is an emphatic yes, we have.
All right, we got to go.
Okay, guys.
Positive for the organization.
Excuse me.
You've done this, obviously, several years now, going back to Dez, Zeke, obviously Dak and CD a year ago, now Micah. Do you see this protracted process over the course of training camp as a net positive for the organization?
Well, I can be cute, and I'm going to be. It lasted into the third.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Let me replay that and listen to what he said. I can be cute, and I'm going to be. Bruh. That ego is something serious.
Obviously, several years now, going back to Dez, Zeke, obviously Dak and CD a year ago, now Micah. Do you see this protracted process over the course of training camp as a net positive for the organization?
Well, I can be cute, and I'm going to be. It lasted into the third game with them, and we won the Super Bowl. So it can be. But again, that's to call a negotiation, parts of it positive, parts of it.
Why would you want to wait till a third week? Yeah, he said Emmitt waited till the third week before he negotiated his contract and we won a Super Bowl. What? But why would you want to do that? That don't even make any type of sense to me. I know it don't make any sense to y'all, but Jerry, oh my gosh, the ego of Jerry is something serious. That pride of Jerry is something serious. And it done rubbed down on his son. Steven the same way. Steven don't want to pay nobody. Man, let's go.
Negative. They're positive if we can come to an agreement that fits, comes to an agreement that fits what we've paid other players, what we're going to pay other players. All the things come to an agreement. What y'all don't know is what I offered him. And it's a hell of a lot more than you think I did.
It doesn't matter what you offered him. Did you take it to his agent? You trying to make us feel good and try to make Michael look bad because of what you so-called offered him. But did you take it to his agent? That's the key, Jerry. Take it to his fucking agent. Let's go.
That's what you don't know.
What was that?
Again.
You gonna go that far? Tell us.
Of course not. Of course not. I'm just trying to say to you, we're all walking blank. We don't know what that number and terms were. But and that's not appropriate right now to get into it. But my point is, I reached. Make no mistake about it, I reached.
I reached.
So
I reached.
Again,
I
let's go back
reached.
to
I
this.
know
This is a negotiation. Does it...
All right, that's the end of that. Like, I just wanted to break down his interview. And in that interview, he contradicted himself a lot. And the things that Michael said basically came out Jerry's mouth. Like, the only reason Michael Parsons requested a trade and the only reason he's feeling the way he's feeling is because he feels disrespected. He hired an agent. Jerry, Steven, call his agent. Get the contract done. This man wants to be on the field. He's ready to play football. But y'all prolonging and taking y'all fucking time and procrastinating to where, yeah, I would be the same way. You're disrespecting me. I've reached out to y'all within the last 3 to 4 years to get this contract done. You pushed it off. You brushed it off. Doesn't make sense, Jerry. And I'm a huge Nate Newton fan. He been in the background. He kind of snuck up on this interview and was listening to the whole thing. He didn't say nothing. I'm a huge fan of hanging with the boys. He didn't say much on hanging with the boys today about it, but yeah, it just don't make sense. Jerry is being foul right now. I listen to a lot of other podcasts that say he has the upper hand. He has the leverage. He really does. But the fact that Michael came out and I think what's my guy from Talking Cowboys? I can't think of his name right now. It's crazy. Not Jesse Hartley, but my boy, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name right now. No, watching for the long. But anyway, I can't think of his name. And I forgot what I was finna say. But anyway, trying to think of his name. But yeah. Jerry already has in mind. He already knew he was going to sign Michael Parsons. Jerry's prolonging. Jerry likes to be center attention. Not to even knowing that you got the Netflix thing coming out. Yeah, he trying to. Jerry just he's a great marketer. He can market his butt off. But he's going about things all wrong. He is gonna get to a point to everybody's gonna call his bluff. This ain't the last time this is gonna happen. Michael is just the first. Emmitt Smith did it, but not like Michael. Michael totally said some things, and what he had to say, he said some things to where you would be like, yeah, this relationship cannot be salvaged. But yeah, Michael had words. Michael had a lot of things to say. But I can't even with Emmitt or Zeke. No. Now one of them actually requested to be traded. Unless it's something that I was missing. I haven't heard or seen it. Like I said, I'm 45 years old. I haven't heard a star player asking to be traded from the Cowboys. Until now. And it's well overdue. Somebody got to call Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones bluff. Like, stop. The way y'all go about doing things, the way y'all go about negotiating contracts, like, that, it's not it. It's not it. We go out here and put our lives on the line out here. We can break a bone. We can have a season-ending injury. We can have a career in it. Like, this is what we do. And right now, Michael Parsons is, if not the best defensive player in the league, arguably. And you want to play around with my contract? Seriously? This is what we doing. Nobody got time to be playing with Jerry Jones, man. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with Jerry Jones. But I'm done ranting and raving. I got more content coming this week. I'm going to do a live Madden simulation with the Eagles and the Cowboys probably 2 or 3 days before the actual game. I'm going to do a live simulation on that, on the new Madden. And before I get off too, I want to give shout outs to a few guys that's been my inspiration in starting my podcast. Mark Holmes, Vosh Lombardi, CFT, Law Nation. Those guys I've been watching. I'm 45 years old. Like I've been saying for the longest, I've been watching these guys for the longest. I've been talking about my own podcast since I was 20 years old. And at the age of 45, I'm just starting my podcast. And those guys has really been an inspiration to me. I still watch them. I'm watching them every day. CFT, Rome, he's live right now. When I get off, I'm finna go look at his live. But yeah, those guys have been a real inspiration to me. I watch them every day, all day. Members of their pages, and I'm subscribed. Like I said, I just wanna give shout out to those guys. If you don't know CFT Rome, go check him out. Mark Holmes, go check him out. Everybody knows Vosh Lombardi, go check him out. Law Nation, go check him out. Skywalker, go check him out. These are the guys that I watch on a day-to-day basis in order for me to get things that I need. And I get some little insight here and there from other places. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Go like, subscribe, share me out. Go back and watch it later. This is the Next Level Sports Lounge and your boy Lloyd. Till next time, peace.